evening, freaks. I'm here to give Aries a spring fever wild card love read straight from the hip with lots of lip. And we're going to be looking at what the spring season has in store for you in the romantic department. The intention for this read is that it's all about love and romance. And I'm not talking about love amongst friends. I'm not talking about familial love. Okay, this is specifically about romantic love. All right, people you're hooking up with, people you want to get to know better. This is an adult read. All the reads on this channel are okay. So if you're not over the age of 18, you need to kindly exit at this time. We're going to be talking about things that are for adult hour, okay? And that's how we roll around here at BroadCoven. I'm also doing this read a little bit different this time around. I am going to get all these cards out on the board for you. I'm going to give you the initial download that came in. We're going to talk about it, okay? This is going to be for any strong placement in the chart. This is going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, Mercury, Mars, Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter, along with Chiron, just because of the astrology that has been in the mix, as well as a significant placement in that first house, right? You may find resonance with this read. However, I'm not going to be dividing up the read into three categories of single, ready to mingle, cuffed, or it's complicated, because let's just get real here. If you are in a relationship and you're showing up for a love read, you're probably dealing with some kind of something or other where one or both people are considering becoming single. All right. There's something else going on in the mix. All right. And I just really found that when I was doing the reads before, where I was breaking it up into three separate categories, it just started really convoluting things. Okay, it just got convoluted, because pretty soon, the committed relationships were every bit as complicated, sometimes more so than it's complicated by. So we're not even going to go there. All right, we're not even going to go there. We're just going to do whatever love message wants to come out for all of you. You will have to tune into your intuition. You'll have to feel out how it speaks to you, and let those messages hit according to your personal situation. Open yourself up. I'm speaking to a collective, so not every single message is going to be for you. Leave it open to your interpretation. I'm not going to block what wants to come through. I feel like it can convolute the message. I don't want to convolute the message. So the message is what the message is. It's either yours or it's not. And either way, it's okay. All right. You're first out the gate with this reading series because it is your solar return. So I just want to wish all of you Aries happy birthday. You are front in line at this time, and we are letting you hold court here at BroadCoven in terms of receiving any new reading series that come in during this cycle. And I will be using this reading series to gauge what top 3 viewing signs for this particular reading series are going to earn that spot for that wild card bonus read in May. Okay, so show up, show out. Thank you to all the subscribers, all the support. I really appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and just get more of these cards out on the board, and I'm going to give you this download while I'm getting these out on the table, and then we'll see what the cards have to say. So I want to begin by saying that, you do need to reverse the roles, in this situation where it needs to apply. All of that, flip-flop genders, however you need to make it fit to your personal story. I'm just bringing through the energies as they came in, and crosswatcher energy absolutely can come in. And so do be aware of that too, right? So the initial download I got was actually like, it's a cautionary tale for real here. You've got somebody that has been connecting with you that is trying to really come off like they're a soulmate. I think you feel a connection with this person. I feel the connection is based on some type of chemistry or the promise of sexual chemistry, there definitely is this piece about this connection that's about personal gratification on that level. I also feel it's a bit about kind of like getting your fire back, getting your mojo back. I say that because if it brought in your read, there's like a lightning storm outside. And whenever I see lightning, it makes me think of Shango. Okay. And I had to just rise from my seat because I was taught by Yay Tish. I was taught by Louisa Tish that when you mention his name, you rise. You do not say it. You do not disrespect him in that way. So I'm not about to do that. And I think it's a perfect like energy to come in around you, Aries, because I call him Mr. Don't Play. Mr. Don't Play. You don't play. I think that when you realize what's been going on, what's happening in your situation, I feel like it's something that's starting to be illuminated for you. I feel like, you're going to be kind of raging for order in this situation. All right. I do feel like it's going to anger you. You may want to take some kind of action to address matters, but you want to be very careful about this. You want to be very careful about this, all right? Because this has big setup energy around it. I think you've been dealing with somebody who has been kind of maybe really heavily playing this soulmate angle to your connection. Maybe they talk to you a lot about like, I remember a past life I had with you. And they've kind of like spun this sort of glamour, this sort of like fantasy narrative around the connection. Maybe they've even thrown out this, twin flame stuff to you, or, just really tried to make you feel like there was something other level, otherworldly, about your connection. And it really was kind of like I feel it's sort of like weaving a web. I got big like web weaver energy. It's all about kind of like stirring up this fantasy. This may have even first developed in an online kind of environment, maybe like DMing each other, something along these lines, where the lines between reality and fantasy, ooh, lightning right there, can get really blurred. I mean, I'm picking big tower energy coming in. This even could be somebody that is sort of like playing a catfish role. It's actually somebody that you know from your past that is wearing a different face, They're connecting with you under a false pretense. It just has big setup energy, and it also has this energy of kind of like soulmate at large. When something's at large, it's like it's done something where it's running from accountability. It's running from owning up to its actions. And there definitely is this energy here, especially with Mr. coming in like that with the thunder and the lightning. I mean, it just brings forward that need for justice. And actually, in your pre-shuffle, justice showed up as well. So let me tell you what's coming through in this regard. I feel like there's this energy around you, and it's coming in from the angle of like seduction. I feel strong third party energy around it. It has that like big unicorn energy. Like maybe somebody who's been on the side as, a sexual dalliance, somebody you can connect with on that level, no strings attached. Or the person you've been dealing with has a connection like this. Okay. Again, you're going to have to flip flop the sides as you need to. All right. You know what side of the table you're on in this scenario. Just trust that. All right. There's this unicorn energy, and this person's been on the side. They've been on the periphery, but I feel like there's a little bit of a jealous energy coming from the unicorn. A unicorn is somebody who agrees to be just a sexual partner, an outside sexual partner in a relationship. Now, normally there's agreements about these things between all parties involved, but when people move unconsciously, that kind of gets bypassed. And I feel like that's what's happened in this situation. It's got big energy, like you need to watch out for this unicorn, because this unicorn is a rat in disguise. And I do feel like there's something that this person knows. There's something that this third party knows that they want to use as like a bargaining chip to hold over your head. I hate to say it, but it has like big working energy. Like, I'm going to get what I want out of you. And what do I think that they want out of you? It seems that what was coming through in the download is you've had some kind of advancement. And if you haven't had an advancement yet, expect for this to come in for you in the spring season. You need to be really, really mindful about this, because when these readings are coming in, yes, they're tapping into energies that are already present around you at this time. But these energies might not have found their full expression. And sometimes it can take, some months for the full storyline to play out. I get a lot of stuff that comes in as predictive. Okay. So you just need to listen to what comes through, and you'll know as it resonates, if it's speaking to you. And if it's not, toss it aside. Like I said, not every story is going to be yours, but this is a cautionary reading, and so it's demanding to come in, and I'm bringing it in. This person sees that you've had some kind of advancement, and the other party, so somebody's already got a person here. Somebody's already in some kind of relationship here, and we got an outside sexual partner. Okay. And this outside sexual partner, the side piece, is looking at the main person. Okay. And they are envious because they see that the one they've been sleeping with has had some kind of advancement. And so they think that they should be in that position. They want their hands on this advancement. So an example of this would be, let's say you really, up level. You've been growing something for yourself. You pop off. You have huge success. You start really, climbing up that ladder. You're in a really solid position financially. Maybe you got yourself some new digs. You got yourself some new things. You're living the good life, or you come into some kind of money or some kind of big win. Yep, and there she is again. There she is again, showing up again. We've had both masculine and feminine earth sign energies showing up around the person you need to watch out for. Okay, that's earth sign energy is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And just like with your reading and your placements, it same applies for any sign that gets called in on this read. Okay, this person is out of balance. They're out of balance, and they have a means about the way they're going about things. There's an end result that they want to achieve in this situation, and they want this position of advancement, or at least what they've built it up to be in their mind. Okay. And so their objective is to kind of pull a trading places sort of scenario. They're looking to turn the tables and actually get their hands on what's been your advancement. And some of them are wanting to get this advancement by either knocking you, okay, if it's your person who has this unicorn on the side, or by knocking your current partner out of the way so they can have direct access to what they want. You got something they want. And part of it involves what you have grown. Part of it involves your advancement, your success. This could be your status. Ooh, big lightning there. This could be your status. Maybe you have some way of giving somebody a leg up, a jump off point. They want to take advantage of that. They want to kind of like ride your coattails. They want to go along for the ride. Be careful about this. Be careful about this, because what came in with this download is that everything you've worked so hard for to gain could be lost instantly, just like that, from a moment of stupidity. And there's something you really need to watch out for with this person. I feel like this person is going to want to get you involved in something, or they're going to try to get you to invest in something or partner with them on something, get into some kind of contractual agreement. Okay, anything along these lines. You need to be very, very, very careful about this. This is a really intense karmic cycle that you're working through when it comes to the love department right now. And it's so important that you protect what you value, okay? That you protect everything you work so hard for to heal within yourself from all the experiences you've been through. It's so important that you really listen to your gut in any situation where you're connecting with somebody romantically and you feel like something's off. There is a need to be aware of the people around you. There are people who are jealous of your advancement. Some of you are in romantic relationships. I hate to say this, where your partner is jealous of your success. They're jealous of your advancement and they want to sabotage you. They don't want you to step up into that success. And if you know, you know, you felt that on every level of your being, okay? You need to be live to this in the spring because this is a climate, this spring season, right? It's a very pivotal time for you because we're quickly approaching that Aries point. You're kicking it all off. The brand new cycle, you're kicking it all off. And this is going to be coming in July when Taurus goes back into Aries and you take over that North Node position, which is about stepping into your destiny. And here's the reality now. Even if you haven't reached this place of advancement yet, you're on your way there. And when you hit that point, that Aries point is 0 degrees, when Taurus North Node moves into Aries and Aries takes over that North Node position, you are really going to go even the next level up. You're going to advance even further. So it is so, so important that you protect what's yours at this time, that you protect your birthright. It's got big legacy energy. And I see this really applying in two different ways. Yes, legacy can relate to that which is passed down to you in the form of like an inheritance, okay? Or being able to step into a certain role or position because somebody passed and you're kind of like the next in line, okay? So like that's an example of a legacy kind of energy. But I also feel like there's this other piece that it's also about the legacy you've built for yourself. Okay. There's two different camps of you. Okay. Some of you have come into like some kind of big win, or you were able to move into a position of advancement, something that came through what was initially a reversal. It looked like a loss, like the passing of a loved one who leaves you an inheritance, or like somebody moving away or leaving the company. And maybe, you know, everybody is sad to see them go, or the circumstances surrounding them leaving are not a positive thing, but it allows you an advancement. You know, you get a lucky break. But I really feel that there are others of you that you've been working really hard. You have been grinding it out to really open your own road and form a new way ahead of you, and you are growing. You're just starting to see this thing pop off. You are just starting to advance. You're just starting to get somewhere with it. And this energy can just make that all go away at the drop of a dime. Do be careful of contracts you get into, especially when there's any level of seduction involved, or where you've already mixed business with pleasure, or where, you know, it involves these entanglements of sexuality in the mainframe. There's something about temptation here that you need to be aware of as it translates just beyond sexual desire. It actually can positively rock your foundation and everything that you built. You need to be aware and careful of what this person is trying to convince you to do, because I also got this energy of, with that rat energy, what does a rat do? A rat exposes things, you know, it goes and it snitches, you know. And I feel this energy. This could be also a situation where maybe somebody you used to have an arrangement like this with, or your partner, your person had an arrangement like this with, for them to be a side piece, is all of a sudden angry because they see some kind of abundance or success that you come into. And because of this, they decide to stop keeping their mouth shut. Maybe you had a clandestine arrangement, or maybe your person had a clandestine arrangement with this individual. Well, now they're not happy because they see there's this up leveling. They want a piece of that action. So they might use it in almost an extortion kind of way. Like, if you don't give me so much money, if you don't do this, then I'm going to tell this. I'm going to reveal all this. And in some cases, if you've let yourself get into some kind of compromising situation with this individual, and that's what I'm telling you, be careful of what they want you to do. Be careful of any favors they want you to do. Be careful of any legally binding documents they want you to sign. I feel like it could be a setup and it could create legal problems, right? I'm just saying, it came in so strong. I normally don't get anything like that so strong. An initial download as far as like cautionary. And I know it's love, but this is love. And when we're looking at love, you know, all's fair in love and war, right? The saying exists for a reason. We know that, you know, those oppositional energies have been in play for quite a while. We just had your ruler, Mars, move out of Gemini into Cancer, okay? So we have to remember that when we're looking at Gemini, we're looking at opposites, we're looking at polarities, we're looking at push-pull. So, you know, I think this is something that's not new. This is something that's been brewing, and you do need to be live to it. It's a warning for someone, all right? It's a warning for someone. Yeah, you need to keep your wits about you, all right? You need to keep your wits about you with the Page of Swords energy. This is really being mindful about your moves and being mindful about how other people are moving. You might even be keeping an eye on this. You might, if you have kind of had some separation or time apart from this person, you may have even had like some blocks put up on social media. You know, you may have blocked communication with this person, or you may not be messaging with them currently. You might all of a sudden have them reach out to you. They might do so in such a way that's very enticing, you know, that's very alluring. Be aware of the earth sign placements. I'm telling you, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, any strong placement, there's something you really need to be live here. And if you are an Aries who has air strongly aspected in your chart anywhere, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, this applies doubly for you. Doubly for you. And open your eyes and pay attention to what's going on online, because you're going to come across something, a comment, some kind of message, something in the DM, something is going to come your way. You're not going to have to like go and like hunt it down. You just need to be observant. You just need to be paying attention. Something's going to come your way that's going to illuminate the situation for you. All right. Very interesting energy. So what I did is I got 3 cards out on the board. That's all that wanted to come out with each shuffle, because that initial download was just so intense, man. So I got 1 from the Kipper deck, I got 1 from the Super Awesome Future deck, and then I have 1 from Tarot. And then what we're going to do with what comes out here is, as need be, we are going to get some clarification. I'm going to be working with my trusty wild card deck I like to use, which is the hidden bicycle playing cards that I use as my shadow cards, and I've intermingled them with these archangel playing cards from Bicycle. Okay, I'm not affiliated with them in any way, but if you want to get yourself some, that's the ones I use. Okay, so I'm going to do clarification with these, because I felt like with all this kind of like convoluted energy that was coming in around you, I think something's going to be illuminated for you. I mean, just with all the lightning energy out there and the thunder I had earlier, it has big tower vibes. I think something is about to be exposed for you. Something that's been hidden is about to come to light. It may even come to light with that Libra full moon on April 5th, 6th. So do be live to that. There might be something that's really illuminated for you then, that lets you know what you need to cut off, what you need to release. Full moons are not only about culmination, but they're also about what needs to be let go. And this full moon is wrapping up a very particular karmic cycle that got kicked off back at the day after fall equinox back in September in the sign of Libra, okay? And so you need to look at what was happening in your life back in September. What was going on back then that you couldn't see then, or maybe you felt a little off about, or maybe you had a falling out with this person at that time. Maybe that's when you started to cut off communication or create some kind of distance, because this person's coming back around. They are, and they're going to make it sound really good. You need to be prepared for this. You need to be prepared for this on the real. It's a warning, okay? This is coming back around the bend. You also need to be live to this time period, because there was a lot of significant stuff that got wrapped up at that time. We had the eclipse season was just getting ready to wrap up, okay? We also had the whole Saturn square Uranus energy, got wrapped up too. This was significant. This was all those experiences that like pulled the rug out from under us and left us in a place where we were scratching our heads and we had to pull ourselves up by the bootstraps and like figure out a way forward after a mess was made of things. Okay. So we all collectively went through this. So think about these dynamics that were in play, because eclipse energy, with that eclipse cycle that was wrapping up at that time, eclipses are all about what's concealed, what you can't see, and all of us are having some level of awakening at this time with this full moon that's going to be coming in, about things that happened back there that we couldn't see or understand then are going to come to light. And there's something you need to understand about this person, about this third party, this side piece, this unicorn. There's something you need to understand, because something's coming back around the bend. And the energy around this, it's like, I almost feel like it's like you have the opportunity to avert a disaster. That's what I feel. You have the 2711 on the clock. 2711 9. There's something that really needs to be closed here if you hope to come into alignment with all of this that you're stepping into. It looks like really big blessing, and you could lose it all like this if you make a dumb move. Just one impulsive moment and you can blow it. Okay, so let's have a look here. Crossing influence is coming up as a crossing influence. For this Kipper deck, we have mature woman. Okay, so this is another clue. This earth sign energy may have to do with a mature woman, okay? Could be an earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This could be a mother. This could be a mother-in-law. Or this could just be a woman who's older, a woman in her 40s, in her 50s or beyond, an older woman, okay? You ain't no spring chicken anymore. The old gray mare ain't what she used to be. It's got that kind of vibe, okay? Yeah, your Venus energy around this, another Taurus significator, okay? So you want to pay attention to this. Six, the planet Venus, okay? And Taurus is in that north node right now too. It's come up a few times. There's been a few indicators on the board. Hierophant came up in the pre-shuffle. That's a Taurus significator too. Taurus strongly aspected, okay? There's something about this that you need to be aware of. You need to be aware of the way that this individual can throw a wrench in what you're trying to create for yourself. This can also represent you too, though, okay? This can also represent you, in this position where you've reached a certain level of maturity. You've been through certain difficult experiences in the romantic department. There may have even been a time, because of disappointment in relation to matters of the heart, that you decided to instead shift your focus, put a lot more of your energy into what you could build for yourself tangibly, particularly in the areas of stability, finances, really setting up a home base. I see a lot of you probably did do that. You went through a really difficult cycle in your romantic relationship. And because of this, you poured more time, more focus, more energy into what you could build for yourself. Because a lot of times you felt like you couldn't really build with another, there was sort of like this dissonance there. So I do feel like I'm talking to somebody who has some level of, emotional maturity here. I'm talking to Aries who have done some growth. They've grown. This isn't their first time at the rodeo, and they're ready for kind of like a higher level of connection. They want somebody that, you know, they can count on. They want somebody that they can build with, you know? Um, and at the same time, there is this piece too about, you know, we do have Queen of Pentacles here. We also have King of Pentacles as well. Okay. And King of Pentacles is a mature energy too. All right. So it can apply for the masculine as well. It certainly could be a masculine, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, somebody with strong earth placement in their chart, somebody who tends to focus on the material. Certainly in the case of the feminine, the king did come out upright. The king could possibly be somewhat of an ally. Maybe they have some kind of helpful information that can kind of, you know, give you some kind of solid advice for moving forward. If you're dealing with a masculine earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, they did come up in the light, but this feminine is in reverse. This feminine is acting as a crossing influence, came out just like this. Crossing, but in reverse, heading south. Okay, this is somebody that doesn't have the best of intentions. The fact that it's heading south and it hasn't totally headed there yet lets me know that this is something that's in process. This has just started to move out of the crossroads into like, okay, I'll follow you down the garden path. It's just about to take a nosedive, okay? This is a person that is more focused on the material in a way that's like superficial. You know, they really value things. They want things. They want fancy cars. They want, you know, jewels. They want the finer things in life. I just heard Sheila E.'s Glamorous Life. It's got that vibe, you know? But for you, without love, it ain't much, right? That's what Sheila E. says in that song. You want to lead the glamorous life, you know? But without love, it ain't much. Without love, it ain't much. And I kind of feel like this is a tower that is coming in for some of you. This is a tower that's coming in for some of you. And for some of you, it's somebody you've been dealing with, you know? Maybe they valued the glamorous life. Maybe they got drawn in by glimmery things. Maybe they saw somebody that superficially represented some kind of status for them, you know? Some kind of arm candy, some kind of clout or something. Maybe they also like were drawn to, you know, this person's assets, you know, this person's success, this person's social circle, the leg up they could provide. There's this piece here. There's this piece here. I know that this is a very old pattern too, and there could very well be connections with the past. I say that because the energy we got in the center here is the zombies. This is something that's coming back around the bend. This is something that's probably been around the bend a few times. All right. Ted just snorted. Now, when Ted snorts, that means something very specific because I train Ted that when we're out on a walk, if we run into another dog that's like yipping and, you know, acting up and kind of like trying to come at him, I've trained Ted. That's like a tongue twister. I've trained Ted to handle it by just saying to him, that's just drama, playa. And you know what Ted does in response? He does that same thing. He does this little snort, and he just did that. So this is some drama. You've been through a few rounds of this. It's coming back. It's like Night of the Living Dead. It's not done yet. Okay. It's not done yet. And try not to get too locked in either. If you're like, well, I'm not dealing with, a feminine that would fit that description. I am dealing with a masculine. Well, then it's masculine. Switch the roles as you need to. This could be an individual. In that case, here's an example. Maybe you don't feel they run a lot of masculine energy. Maybe you feel if you're dealing with a man and he's being represented by this Queen of Pentacles heading south, then maybe you kind of always felt like, you had to take charge of everything. You had to play that active role in the connection. They were just kind of like along for the ride. Maybe they didn't really take the initiative. Maybe they didn't really bring that fire. You know what I'm saying? So it can help you identify the person. Also, with that heading in south, maybe they had some kind of financial instability. Something along those lines. Okay. So that's something to pay attention to. I feel like I want to get some details on each of these three categories here we got going on, these three pieces of the puzzle, and I just want to find out some more details. So first, let's just find out some more information about this mature woman. Spirit, tell us about this mature woman in relation to this wild love read for Aries. Y'all always got something going on. I'm telling you. Queen of Wands, isn't that great? That came out with a significator. You're dealing with a Queen of Wands. You're dealing with fire sign energy. Again, if you are a woman, if you feel you resonate with that, if you're a woman, and you are receiving this read, then it's referring to you. Okay, the mature woman is you. This is symbolizing your place, your position of personal growth. I say it because it's emphasized again. Feminine is answered again with an affirmative here. We got mature woman to the Queen of Clubs. Okay, it's coming through as woman. Okay, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So for some of you, it's speaking to you. And if you are someone who's attracted to women, you know, then that applies to you. You're dealing with an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. However, if you are attracted to men, this is speaking to you, ladies, or men attracted to men. This is speaking to a woman involved in the situation. Okay, this could be the partner, this could be the third party. You got to pick what side you're on. Okay, this is a convoluted situation. There's more than one person involved in this mix, and this is the mature woman in this situation. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Queen of Clubs. What do we need to know about this mature woman? And is she in the light? Let's see, is she in the light? Yes, she's in the light. Okay, I really feel like this is you, Aries, mature woman, for a lot of you. For those of you Aries men that are dealing with a Queen of Wands energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or those of you drawn to, women, okay? The Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, someone has strong placements. This is a mature person. They keep their cool, okay? This isn't somebody who's out causing problems, right? They're holding down their own thing. They're an independent energy. Okay, this is somebody very independent. And they're running that fire energy. Okay? They're coming across as being in the light. So this isn't somebody that's stirring up problems. This isn't somebody stirring up dissension. Let's get a little bit more information on that. What does this Queen of Wands, why is this Queen of Wands here? Queen of Diamonds in the shadow. That's the earth sign energy. I'm telling you. And it's coming out feminine again. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You need to watch out. You know, and Queen of Wands can sometimes represent, depending on the other cards that are involved in a situation. Queen of Wands can sometimes represent like the mistress, the other person. She uses her sexual energy to entice, to draw in, to allure, you know. She uses her sexuality to sort of like weave that web and get what she wants. And that's the sort of manipulation she works with. You could call it a manipulative kind of magic. You don't have to like get out there with a candle and go, ooh, you know, it's like you can be the spell. That's that kind of energy, okay? There might even been a piece of this individual. That's an interesting piece I'm getting right now, where maybe they kind of tried to do a little contrast and compare with a mature woman in this situation, where they were like, oh, you know, you don't want them. They're just so boring. Look at me. You know what I mean? Like maybe they did a lot of comparing, like about them being more desirable, more attractive. There feels like this kind of energy. There's quite a contrast between the appearance of, you know, the Queen of Clubs with this mature woman kind of energy. Interesting. I think this person that you need to really keep your eyes out for It looks like it's a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They're operating in the shadow. They have an alternative, idea about how they want to see things move forward here, despite what they say on the surface. And this is a repeat pattern. It's not your first time at the rodeo. You've dealt with this person before. I don't know. Maybe some of you even went to the rodeo with this person. That's a weird message to come in. All right. Okay. Anything that Aries should do in relation to this Queen of Clubs energy? Anything? I really feel like it's speaking of the unicorn. I feel like it's speaking of the third party in this particular situation. I feel like it's the pitting between the mature woman and this unicorn energy. I feel like in most cases that you all are dealing with, the third party is a feminine. Okay. Whatever you are drawn to. Okay. I feel like the third party is a feminine. I'm picking it up really strongly. It looks like it's a feminine operating in the shadow that wants money, wants status, wants to swap places, wants to trade places. But there's big, like, fuck around and find out energy around this situation. You need to protect yourself. So how does Aries need to handle this situation with this Queen of Clubs? I mean, we know that this is a mature woman. I don't feel like this Queen of Clubs is like some spring chicken. I feel like this woman's a little older. Now, for some of you, in the younger set, if you're in your earlier 20s, you could be dealing with an interfering mother. Okay. It could be a mother that's causing some problems in this situation. That's interesting. That just came in. Maybe the mother just doesn't think you're right for their son. Maybe they think you're just a little too sexy. They don't like the way you dress. Almost just flew out there. Whoa, they don't like what you do for work. In some cases, with that 8 of diamonds, yeah, they've been trying to encourage your person to like break up with you. They also don't trust you. They feel like you just want to use them. Okay, so some of you are dealing with the interference of like a mother figure is causing problems. Okay, she's creating division. She wants you to end this. This can even be, in some cases, I hate to say it, a case where like there's over attachment between the mother and the son, where it's almost like the mother becomes the third party in the relationship. This might really be affecting things in the bedroom in that case. Okay, so to be on the lookout for that. All right, so it feels like you just need to really be aware of these energies. And I do feel like it's wise for you, just with that mature woman showing up, it's really giving me a clue that it's important for you to handle this situation with maturity, all right? Don't feed the fire. Now, I want to look at this zombies. What's this energy? What is coming back around the bend again? What's this resurfacing energy? What does it want? What is it about? What's it asking of Aries? What's going on here with this zombies energy? So wild. I did not expect that this is what was going to come in for Aries at all. I mean, I have strong Aries placements myself, so I'm like, all right, I'm keeping my eye out for this motherfucker. This is not good energy. What is up with this? What is up with this? Woo! 5 of hearts. Disappointment. It's somebody who disappointed you in the past. Empty promises. You got to remember, they're envious of your advancement. It's almost like, I really got this story. It's almost like it's almost got the vibe, even if it could be a man envious. Because remember, we saw that piece came in. There's a reason why everything comes in. Normally, I don't go into that much explanation around the genders, but it did in this case. And I think that's significant because in some way, I feel like if this Queen of Pentacles is referring to a man in this situation, this is a man who feels out of his power, all right? And what makes a man feel out of his power? What makes a man feel out of his power is if he doesn't have that status, if he doesn't have that money going on, or if he's suffered some kind of financial loss. And the reason why the masculine feels like that is because society has programmed the masculine to feel that if they don't have a certain status, a certain position, if they don't have, certain kind of, financial profile, you know, that means in some way they're deficient. Okay, it can sort of fuel an insecurity. All right. And so I feel like there's this piece. This could be a case of like a masculine, like envious of the feminine. The feminine is advanced. We see this Queen of Clubs energy is also highly independent energy. You know, it's an energy as well. I mean, it is coming up in the light here. So this could also be you, Aries, feminines, using your fire to really, you know, fuel your ambition. If you were like, you know what, I'm over all this love drama. I don't want to deal with this anymore. I keep getting disappointed. You know, I've had it. I'm ready to just start investing in myself. That might be how you've been working with this rise up to the Taurus North Node energy. Maybe you decided to pull your energy away, you know, from focusing on, you know, the love piece so much. You've been doing more growth for yourself. And it's made you feel very independent, you know, and maybe you even wanted to move out of this position of having to work for somebody and you wanted to build something of your own so you don't have to be dependent on anybody. And that could have moved you even into more of like, oh, here we go, you know, more of a flip-flop gender role reversal, where now you're more playing out that active ambition, you know, stereotypical according to societal norms, gender assigned position of being like the breadwinner, you know, the one who's really achieving some kind of financial advancement and made the masculine feel insecure, you know. And so maybe this person even was cruel to you or rejected you in some way or put you down, or there was something that happened here. Maybe because they felt insecure in that way by some kind of advancement status position you had, they brought in this unicorn. They brought in this third party to try to undermine you and rock your confidence and make you feel insecure in this like really warped way of trying to like balance the scales of power between you. Maybe even feeling like they had the upper hand. I'm feeling these kind of dynamics. Oh, I'm right. 3 of clubs in the shadow. 3 of clubs in the shadow. This is shadow work. This is some stuff that needs to be transformed. And there is an earth sign energy here. I don't care. Masculine, feminine, you need to be live to this. It has strong Virgo associations, though. We've had Venus come out multiple times now with that 6 energy. And Venus is the ruler of both Taurus and Libra. But we don't got no air here. We got fire. We got earth, fire, earth. That's what we got on the board. This person could even have fire and earth in their chart. If they had fire with the light there, I pick it up. It would either be, they either have a fire sun, ooh, lightning right there. They either have a fire sun placement or they have a fire moon. They either have an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius sun or they have an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius moon. You need to be aware of this. They want ships to come in, all right. They want your ships to come in. They want to reroute those ships to their port. And I don't put it beyond them to pull something shady to manipulate the situation to make it work out in their favor. You gotta be careful. I don't think they're gonna come in and it's gonna be like all sweet as pie, for nothing. This is a situation where you were disappointed. That's the crossing influence with this zombies energy. This person disappointed you. This person caused heartache. Okay, there was a sense of loss here. This person could have even ghosted you. They could have straight up gone ghost on you just for no reason, no explanation. They cut you off. You had no idea what happened. They didn't show up, you know. They broke up with you out of nowhere. This kind of energy. You need to be aware of this. Give some more information about this. What does Aries need to know about this person who's coming back around where there was a previous disappointment, previous loss? What do they need to know? It's just popped out. 6 of clubs in the shadow. That they want what's yours. They want a victory. They want to take something from you. They have their eyes on something of yours or something that you have just rightfully earned. rightfully earned. And in some cases, this is a relationship. You're with somebody and they want to take that person's place because they feel like they should have that position. It's a jealousy. It's fueled by jealousy and competitiveness. They want a victory. And this person here will win at all costs. They will play dirty. They will. You need to be mindful of this person. That is not a good energy. This person's highly competitive. Highly competitive. It's creepy too, because it's competitive even within your connection. They're competitive with you. They're competitive with you. And if it's the third party, is really competitive. There's kind of, it's on both sides. Like your partner has been competitive with you. Okay. The person you've been involved with romantically right now, they're competitive with you. And the third party is competitive with the other person's person. You see what I'm saying? It's all convoluted and complicated. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's all cautionary tale. Please, Spirit, let's pull out some angel cards here. Help. We need some light. We need some light in this situation. Yeah, this is in reverse. Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck in reverse. Picked up the deck in reverse. Ace of Pentacles, Gehethiel, the adored God, divine blessings, drives away evil spirits, rules agricultural production. Okay, so that piece came in about the legalities. So be careful about anything anybody wants you to do around growing or maybe, transporting herb. Just be aware about legalities. It's not cool everywhere. Be aware. There's some piece about this. It could be a setup. That Ace of Pentacles is also about your stability, your new beginning, that seed that you've planted that's ready to grow into abundance. It could be thrown in reverse. This person will throw it in reverse. All I can do is issue the warning. Somebody needed to receive this. You choose to take the warning or not. You choose to do with it as you wish. Look, death, bottom of the deck energy. Mumia, findings. Oh, I'm sorry, findings. I went to say findings. Isn't that interesting? Total slip. God, the end of the universe. Endings and rebirth influences health and longevity. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you can avert a disaster. I really got this. You can preserve what's yours. What you've built from the ground up. What's your birthright? You can end this cycle and you're going to see nothing but renewal. I feel like there's somebody that you have been romantically involved with, or if you're in relationship, one of you has been involved with a third party and this person is posing a real problem. Okay. A real problem, and it can affect everything you've built, right? Cutting this person off, ending this cycle, it helps everything renew. All right. It's very important. So like, any advice, angels, for Aries Collective about how to handle the situation? Ooh, and just with that, with the shuffle, Ace of Pentacles came out upright. Justice. Woo, ooh, manipulative water sign energy involved too. This person could have a water sign placement. We got King of Cups showing up in reverse. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay. So we got fire, we got earth, and we got water on the board. This person could have all three of those elementals in their natal chart, quite possibly. Okay. We do got justice on the scene here. All right. So this is good because it comes out upright. All right. So you're getting some information right now that will serve you well, that will help you close with this karmic cycle. So you don't get taken down this garden path and lose everything that you worked so hard for, right? Sometimes you have to clear out the dead wood. You have to clear out the people who would, work against you, take advantage of you, so you can truly preserve what you built for yourself. And it's only then when we really value ourselves enough to know that, we don't need to look to somebody else to define our worth, our value, or to feel like we have our place in the world. And if it's not feeling right, it's not right. Trust it. Okay. You can really avert some serious ramifications. I don't like where this person is leading you. I don't. We got justice here, Kalaliel, the invocable God, justice, makes truth known in court, causes innocence to prevail. Okay? There's something here. And I'm really at this point, I mean, it could go to the point of legal court if you ignore this memo, because it's trying to get through to somebody. And I think if this piece of it is speaking to you, you already know what I'm talking about. You maybe have been asked to do something, you already feel a little sketchy about it. Please listen to your feelings. If you feel sketchy about it, don't do it. Don't do it. Okay? But there's that big setup energy. Okay? So if you're dealing with anything on a legal level, just know your innocence will prevail. It will be in your favor. Okay? But there's something here that you need to be aware of somebody trying to set you up. But I also see it at this point. This is spiritual court. Okay? This is like you can avert all of this happening. You can avert it if you're wise. Don't make a stupid choice. Like I said, this was coming in with urgency. Sky is clear now. No more lightning. Everything calmed down out there. This is about bringing the balance. Okay? Bringing the balance, balancing that karmic cycle out, closing that out. And you should close it out with this person. You should close it out with this person. I think you're going to find out the truth about this person. I think you need to be prepared for a tower. Be grateful for this tower when it comes, even though it's hard, because it's preserving your Ace of Pentacles. It's preserving everything that you built for yourself, right? It's also preserving your new beginning. And Ace of Pentacles symbolizes spring, so I know this is immediate. Immediate. In a spring read, you have the spring timing card come out. Your season. You are number one in the zodiac. You kick off this new cycle. This is directly speaking to you. And it's 56 on the clock when I kick that out. 11. This is like protection around you. This is like your spirit guides are trying to come in and give you some warning here. You know, your ancestors are talking to you right now, especially in the case of legacy. You need to be aware of this stuff, right? Ace of Pentacles, Gehathil, the adored God, divine blessings, drives away evil spirits, rules agricultural production. Pay attention to the guidance, and everything that you planted, it is going to grow. It is going to prosper, all right? But it involves dealing with this individual. King of Cups in reverse, Rochelle, God serving everything. Restitution, finds stolen objects and discovers the person responsible. This is somebody who's trying to take something from you. This person was trying to take something from you. It's a confirmation. And when we got King of Cups in reverse, this is an emotionally manipulative energy. This is a manipulator. This is a person who's working you. And they're using promises of soulmates and, oh, we've known each other in past lives and we've been united since the beginning of time. They're using this shit to try to lure you in and pluck your heartstrings. Be aware. This, what you couldn't see before about this person, it's about to get exposed. And it's your saving grace, man. So when it happens, don't resist it. Just say thank you, thank you, thank you. You are dodging a bullet.